Welcome to Rich Tribe. If you've ever looked at self-made millionaires and thought, hey, they just got lucky with a hot stock or perfect market timing, well, I'm here to let you in on a little secret. True wealth, it doesn't rely on luck at all. It relies on a super simple math equation. Let's uncover the exact formula I use to shift from working endlessly for my money to actually having my money work for me. Stick around to the very end, because understanding this single equation is an absolute game changer for your financial future.
Okay, hold on a second, John. I kind of have to challenge you on this. As an average person trying to make sense of the financial world, it honestly always looks like a casino. Are you seriously telling us that wealth building is just predictable math and not about being lucky enough to buy low and sell high?
Section 1. The math of wealth. Yes, Monique, it absolutely is. Look, the stock market is not a casino if you actually understand the rules of the game. And it all starts right here, with this foundational formula, the Rule of 72. It's basically a simple mental math shortcut to estimate the exact number of years required to double your money. You literally just take the number 72 and divide it by your annual rate of return. That's the whole shebang. It completely removes the intimidation factor from financial planning.
Okay, I do love simple math, but I need to see the real numbers here. How does this actually play out in my portfolio?
Well, let's look at the breakdown. Say you get a 4% return. 72 divided by 4 means your money doubles every 18 years. But if you invest in something yielding an 8% historical return, 72 divided by 8 means your wealth reliably doubles in just 9 years. You don't need to guess, you don't need to cross your fingers, you just calculate.
And this right here illustrates exactly why that happens. It's the snowball effect. This is the true power of compound interest. Think of your money like a snowball rolling down a really, really long hill. With every rotation, it picks up more mass. By reinvesting your earnings, your money starts making its own money. It's doing the heavy lifting for you.
Right, so the crucial point is that my money is earning money. But then why doesn't my normal bank savings account grow into a massive snowball like this? Because typical bank accounts keep you trapped in simple interest or just incredibly low yields. Simple interest only calculates on your original principal, so it grows in a really slow, linear, straight line. But compound interest, that calculates on your principal plus all the accumulated interest. That exponential power is exactly what the wealthy harness. Section 2. Time, your unfair advantage. You see, time is the single most critical ingredient to actually make the Rule of 72 work for you. To truly understand how exponential time works, imagine a standard piece of paper. If you fold it in half, it doubles in thickness. Fold it again, it doubles again. Do you know what happens if you fold that piece of paper just 42 times? The thickness literally reaches all the way to the moon.
Wait, no way! That is absolutely mind-blowing. Just 42 folds? It really makes you realize how terrible the human brain is at visualizing exponential compounding.
Exactly. And here is what that paper folding math looks like in real life. Say you start at age 25 and invest $500 a month. By age 55, you have roughly $1.5 million. But if you wait just 10 years and start at age 35, contributing that exact same $500 a month, you end up with about $680,000.
Wait, I'm stunned. The 25-year-old ends up with more than double the wealth just by starting 10 years earlier?
Yep. It's hard proof that time in the market always beats trying to perfect your market timing. To prove how deeply the wealthy actually understand this, just look at Benjamin Franklin. When he died, he bequeathed about £1,000, which was roughly $9,000, to the cities of Boston and Philadelphia. But he mandated a 100-year lockup period before they could touch most of it. Earning an estimated 5% interest, that initial $9,000 exploded into millions of dollars. The wealthy plan across decades to capture maximum compound interest.
Section 3. Overcoming Investing Psychology.
Okay, I hear you, John, but let's be real for a second. Benjamin Franklin's trust didn't have a panic attack when the stock market crashed. How does the average person handle human fear? Spot on. You've just hit on the behavioral biases that totally sabotage the average investor. We call these the wealth killers. First up is loss aversion. Losing actually hurts twice as much as gaining feels good, which causes people to panic sell at the absolute bottom. Then there's the snakebite effect. After a painful market loss, people just refuse to invest again, completely destroying their compounding curve. And finally, the house money effect, which is taking wild, uncalculated risks just because you recently made some gains. This is exactly why Warren Buffett famously said, "The stock market is designed to transfer money from the active to the patient."
Monique, market timing is a psychological trap. It is literally designed to transfer average people's money directly into the pockets of patient millionaires who simply leave their money alone to double.
Section 4. Supercharging with drips.
So, since we know our own psychology kind of works against us, we need a mechanized way to beat it and hyper-compound our money. We do this using what's called a DRIP, a dividend reinvestment plan. Here is the 4-step accelerator. 1. A company pays out cash dividends. 2. The DRIP automatically reinvests that cash for you. 3. You acquire new shares, and often at a discount. And 4. You earn future dividends on an exponentially growing share count. It automatically dollar-cost averages your money and takes human emotion entirely out of the equation.
Okay, let me look at these numbers here. Are you telling me that simply automating my dividend reinvestments into discounted units can turn a small investment into over $15 million over 50 years? I mean, I am completely floored by this math. That is the power of the DRIP discount. You're hyper-compounding. Getting an extra 5% a year from discounted shares adds up to an absolute fortune over time, assuming the business does well, of course.
Now, before we get into the final hidden dangers that actually threaten your wealth, I want to remind everyone joining us to take action on your financial future. Make sure you subscribe to Rich Tribe channel, like, comment, and share. Join the community and keep building your financial knowledge with us. Section 5. Defeating the Wealth Killers. Okay, John, I'm fully sold on the math now. But what happens when things outside of my control attack my money? What about those invisible wealth killers you mentioned?
That is the perfect question. Because the rule of 72, it also works in reverse. Look at Susan and Rachel here. They both contribute $10,000 a year for 20 years. But Rachel pays a 2% investment fee, while Susan pays 1%. That tiny 1% fee difference cost Rachel nearly $100,000 more in fees over those 20 years, completely devastating her final balance. High fees are an absolute wealth killer.
And then there is the ultimate silent killer, inflation. At a historical average of 3% inflation, if we use the rule of 72, we divide 72 by 3. That equals 24. What this means is your uninvested cash loses half of its purchasing power every 24 years. Literally, half. If you hide your money under a mattress, inflation basically guarantees you will go broke safely.
So, we've seen the math, the psychology, and the hidden traps. The only question left is this. Will you let fees, inflation, and emotional fear transfer your wealth to someone else? Or will you use the predictable math of the rule of 72, harness the powerful advantage of time, and patiently double your money? The choice is entirely in your